Well, we are live, and today or tonight or whatever time it is that you are, take this off. It's because I was clear coating my trouts that I finally finished back from Thanksgiving, and we got a trout, or I got 10 trout done. And we are now going to jump into doing some bluegill, freestyling these bluegill, because I just wanted to try something different. And I will say that sunfish or panfish in general, none of them jokers look the same. And I'm starting with 4, mainly because I want to see how they pan out. Realistically, I should do all 10 the same color so that it'll be easier to post them online on my website. The website is itmustbethebait.com. I need to get a moderator in here to moderate the people coming in and promoting their companies. I mean, I'm okay with it, but some of them have kind of gotten just a tad bit ridiculous after going back and looking at or listening to my other videos that I've done. I had roughly 24 hours to listen to my old, I won't even call them old, those recent videos that I just did, all my live ones. I got to listen to them because of the 12-hour drive that I had to take. And it almost felt like some of those guys were coming in there as fake accounts to promote other accounts. But all right, we are officially going to start now that I am set up. We're going to start with, this is freestyling, so we're going to start with black and white. We're going to paint majority of the body black first. It's going good, man. How is yours? Or how was your holiday, depending on where you're at? What I'm doing right now is creating a shadow. Doesn't look like much of anything but a black bluegill, but it will definitely pan out in a split second. All right. Thank you, sir. Just getting started. I think a lot of you guys missed the intro. I'm the kind of person that don't wait for people to get in before I start talking in the live. So in the beginning, I was just explaining what I did with the other lures for jumping on these and needing a moderator to kind of control the comments of people coming in and promoting other YouTubers and stuff like that. Someone else pointed it out to me. I don't care, but someone else said, "Yeah, you gotta kind of not let that happen." So I'll fix that. Yeah, man. Um, how was y'all holiday weekend? Depending on if you got off or not. I got stuck. I won't say I got stuck. I thought that I would be back a lot earlier than expected, and it did snow where we were at, so I didn't get to come in and do any airbrushing earlier. And then I also posted that I would be back on Monday to airbrush, and didn't get to do it then. Dang, that's nice. Nope, did not get to fish. In fact, I haven't fished in probably past month or so. What are we in? December? I did a little bit of fishing in November, but I've been mainly working. Between working and airbrushing lures for this upcoming event, that is where I am at. What I should do, honestly, is go get those other 6 lures. I think this should be ready to put up. I'm gonna heat set this real quick. All right, take this one off. Drop it in the travel bag. So what I'm doing right now is I have another shop that I actually clear coat these in because the clear coat smells so bad, and I have people who live upstairs in this shop. So I'm a nice person, so I take that home and it smells like fingernail polish and whatever you could think of. It's really strong. If you don't mind me asking, man, where are you at? Because it sounds like you in Harrisburg or on the northeast coast. I figured that sounds about right. Buddy of mine, actually, I took him. Well, we kind of met up and went fishing down at Dock Street, and it's on YouTube, and I didn't catch anything. He caught 2 really nice walleye right in the beginning of the live, and I did not catch nothing. I just refused to throw what he was throwing. He was throwing a paddle tail, and I actually found one that did throw it for a little bit. Yes, it does, man. The smallies. I learned. I have learned. Alright, I'm back. I just wanted to go grab the rest of these real quick. Without giving up your location, how close are you to, let's say, no, you know what? Are you on the Susquehanna River? The Three Rivers area. Yeah, you got me on that one, man. 'Cause the area I'm in is the Swatara Creek, the Juniata, and uh, the Susquehanna. And a lot of people are getting out and catching the walleye right now. I mean, they are tearing them up. I just got to get to these lures. I got literally a month left before. One, two. Okay. Before this show starts, or this expo starts. No, you got me on that one. That is a new one. You said 4 major rivers? Man, I have to do some research. Because I fish any and everywhere. If it's a mud hole, I'm in it. I'm going to see if I can catch something. If it ain't nothing but a bluegill out of there, I'm going to try my luck. Alright, so now I've gotten those all put on the helping hands. We are going to just continue hitting all of them with the black at the top. Okay. Now, I have not fished any of those. I have heard of the Allegheny, I think is how you say that one. I've heard of that one. I have not heard of the other ones. Mainly because you are 5 hours away from me. I don't know how I went to Indianapolis and missed all of that area. I guess I must have went over the top or something. I just did a 12-hour drive to Indianapolis, Indiana area. maybe. But I think I went straight across where I ran through West Virginia for about 30 minutes. And then it became Ohio. Could be wrong. And I drove and literally listened to my live videos and had that joint on cruise control and just went. And when I woke up, I was in Indiana. I think I stopped 2 times. Just flowed through. Don't know what. I don't remember anything. That's kind of how I drive. And then with the new way these new cruise controls features are, where it kind of slows down for you when you get too close to a car, that kind of helped. That's real cruise control, even though I don't rely on it completely, but I did rely on it a lot. I just think it's dangerous. Yeah, I'd have to look into it. I do a lot of traveling. So I fish New York, and New York City, like the Harlem Mere, Central Park area. I'm just thinking of the locations that I've been to that I have relatives that I go see. North Carolina, Virginia, of course. I don't know if you're new to the channel or not. Here in Pennsylvania, DC area. Just have not fished Pittsburgh. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat set this black real quick on all of these. And then any of them that I feel like that's not got the darkness on it enough, I am then going to go back with the black. Yeah, Native American land. Where all the names come from. Where you're at, have you ever heard anybody catch a smallmouth buffalo? I just heard of that for the first time the other night. I was like, what? That's new to me. Not at all, dude. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Places that's close by that I haven't been to: Blue Marsh. I don't know if you've heard of that or not. Lake Redmond. Trying to think of some of the ones. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of too many of them. Just the main 3, the 2 creeks, and then the river. Then I do lake and pond hopping. Okay. So I take it you own a boat, being that you named off so many places, or do you prefer kayak? Okay, okay. Now I'm airbrushing swim baits. Um, I thought about getting into the taxidermy thing. I think that might be more down the road. Oh no, it's all good. I guess I would say I use similar techniques to a taxidermist. Depending on some of the sites, if you ever looked into any of the taxidermy sites, they do use now uh, resin bodies and stuff. You can order the body of a bass or trout or whatever fish it is, versus back in the day they used the actual fish. So much better to put your PB back and just make a copy of it versus taking and stuffing the fish. Um, I do on special request. I don't have any done on me, but here's one that's been laying around probably for like 2, 3 years. But yeah, I do those on special requests. Yep. And it gets pretty pricey too. I had a family member get 3 bass and a crappie done. I think he paid almost 2 grand, but this guy's work was amazing. Like he put things in it that I didn't even think to put into a fish, but at the same time, that is a lot bigger than a lure. So when I seen his work, I was like, man, cuz you need to go to him because he put the veins and stuff in the mouth and the jawline, and it just looked like really well done. Where do I live? I am in PA. An hour and 20 minutes from Philly, 5 minutes from Hershey Park. Alright, we got that down. I want to finish this black cap off, so I'm gonna just hit some of the ones that have low black in some areas. I don't want to waste this paint. Yes. I don't want to go to Hershey Park. You can have it. I've been a few times. Don't really care to go too much. Where are you at? All right, we're gonna put this airbrush to the side. I'm gonna put some cleaning stuff in it. Okay, okay, okay. Um, so yeah, the Hershey Park thing is kind of one and done for me, but I have relatives that come to this area and it's kind of one of their things. So when they come, we go there. And they usually come once a year, but the past few years they've kind of been hitting different uh, theme parks, which I am kind of glad that they're in different theme parks. Now, to answer the question about the glide bait, um, this is going to seem weird. I'm assuming you're kind of new to the channel. I do a lot of micro stuff. So here's a blink. If you could see that, it's kind of similar to the Gamecraft. Whoop. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, it's similar to the Gamecraft Jointed Claw 70. It's the small version here. I'll show you what an actual Gamecraft size is. This one's slightly bigger than the actual Gamecraft. But yeah, I prefer the smaller stuff. I said I wasn't going to be promoting other companies too hard, but here's a Arabate, if you've ever seen one of these. From scratch. The guy makes those from scratch. I was in the process of painting a bunch of those and then kind of wanted to move on. Told people to chill out on that bait for a little bit. I wanted to paint some other stuff, the bigger lures. Alright, so the next step is the white. But what we're going to do, if you're following along or you plan on painting some lures yourself, there are many different methods for scale patterns. I prefer this metal mesh mainly because I can get a grouping of them all at once. Some people prefer this. It's like a soft sticker type thing that you can put on the side of the lure to create the scales. Then there's loofahs, onion bags, you name it. That's what people use for scales. But for me, I am going to create my scale pattern with this metal mesh. So what I've done is I pre-folded them into this. And because these lures are pretty big, I can only get 4 at a time. You should try it, man. Nah, I'm lying. Don't try it. If you want to save money, stay away from this. Stay away from this. Big time. Stick to those live bait. Especially if you're one of those people who are fishing for dinner. Just stick to the live bait because this can cut into your wallet pretty sharp. Alright, so we got, I've just picked 4 random ones. I'm going to put this off to the side. Now, I will say with the metal mesh, if you're deciding to take and go this route, they will scratch the bait up if you have painted a bunch of layers on there. And before I started the live, I actually was clear coating some other lures. Because I clear coat in between layers depending on how many layers I am in. Usually what I try to do is get my scale pattern done and not have to go back to the metal mesh at all. Putting these clothespins on so that these things are pretty tight in the pocket that I've created. Alright. Alright, so we got 4. I attempted for 5, but it didn't work. I am going to move this out of the way real quick so that you guys can kind of see better. And I'm going to take this and put it on the helping hands. Alright, so the reason why I did that tone, because the bluegill that I am aiming for, that I have in mind, the scales actually come to a dark to a light look on the body. So there's a few different ways to create your scale look. If you're spraying directly on, you kind of want at least 2 to 3 inches away from the actual bait itself. And being that this metal mesh isn't directly on the body, you don't want to get too close, because what happens is you literally spray underneath and you won't get a scale look at all. Alright, so I'm going to heat set this real quick. These are panfish. You can do bluegill, tilapia, crappie, uh, all the different panfish that you can think of on this body. I am going with the bluegill. The target species would be predominantly bass. All the different type of bass will hit this, and depending on where you're at, we could get lucky on catfish as well. Catfish is just a tad bit trickier though. If you are following along after the live, you just want to make sure, in this case, to hit the front end of the head. I'm gonna heat set these real quick. No, I sell them. I sell them. I have a website. It's called It Must Be the Bait. All right, so I'm gonna take these out of here, and we're gonna do the next step. 2 steps, and then we will return tomorrow to do more. And here's what scales look like up close. And because the rest of all of the paint will be transparent, you will be able to see the scales when they are done. So the next step is more metal meshing, but oh, okay, I was about to say, what the heck? Gotta stick the helping hands. No, I do not make these. I ordered these from a. You can get these actually almost anywhere. This model itself, you can just literally go on eBay and type in uh, swim bait, blank swim bait. Then a bunch of them will pop up. But if you want this one in particular, type in bluegill blank swim bait, and it'll come in like 4 different types that I know of. This one, which is like a 5. The other one is a 6, and then they come clear as well. All right. So the next step is, in this case, I want to put white on the bottom, just to give it more of a true whitish look versus that I don't know what color you would say that the body is itself. So now you see that there's a bigger break, but it's on purpose, because what I'm getting ready to do in the next step is give the bottom half some flake-like looks. All right, let me just gotta find a place to sit these bad boys so that they're not in the way. All right. Yes, this is airbrushing, and my primary job is tattooing. When I have downtime, I will airbrush. I used to have a YouTube page for tattooing, but there was a lot of ink masters on there per se. Everybody was a judge and saying I wouldn't use that machine. Man, I wouldn't have shaded it that way, or I wouldn't have colored it that way. And I'm just like, all right, I'm done. I think the straw that broke the camel's back for the YouTube videos for tattooing was the older people would get on and be like, well, how is that tattoo gonna look when you turn 60? And I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'll do this. All right, so I got one more to do. I'm making a difference between that black and white. I do have to heat set these, so like it says in the description, it is going to be loud. What I'm doing now is kind of just trying to run that white out. So we're gonna heat set these, and then I'm gonna hit them again with a little bit more white. Yeah, you know what I think what it is. It has a lot to do with them being down. So to bring themselves up, they will bring others down. Now around this time of the year, it is really bad with the. Thank you. I am airbrushing for an upcoming event in January. I'm trying to get as many lures cranked out as possible. It is a fishing expo, and I am also doing it for a youth charity event. So I give away some of the lures to those guys at the show. Alright, so those are the scales, and that is the bottom half. I did the scales also in the gill plated area on purpose for the next step. And if you are new and you like what's going on, hit the subscribe button. I try to mix it up with different things that I do fishing related. And as of right now, October to December, it becomes more airbrushing than anything else. I also do some of my video edits of the best of 25 or whatever year it would be on things that I did that I like, reviews on reels, lures, rods. But I've been making my own rods, so won't be too many reviews on other company rods like it used to be. All right, so I'm gonna clean this white out of here real quick. This is the slow part here, or what I would say the boring part, is when you clean out the airbrush. I'll try to make it quick. All right, so the next step is critical for me. You don't have to do this step. A lot of people don't like doing this step. I know that airbrush mainly because the paint choice that I use, it can tear up an airbrush pretty quickly, and it also requires you to clean an airbrush with a fingernail polish remover, and that breaks seals and um, the grommets and stuff that are in certain airbrushes. So I don't recommend you doing this step with a good airbrush. Find something cheap. This one here is one of the ones that you get with a kit. I use it for all of my base coats. Come on. And then that's another thing, it starts to stick as well, just from the wear and tear. As you can see, it's bubbling up. Alright, so here is the next step. Chrome, and alright, so what I was doing just now was just making sure that the water itself was out of there. And just want to shake this up a little bit more. The reason why I do chrome on the gill plate itself is to give it just a little more realistic look. Gill plate is front end here. Then what I also do is take a piece of the metal mesh itself and put it along the white of the body. And just do a quick spray to get, I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but there is that realistic white paint or white scalish look on the bottom. And you just do it real quick. Alright, so I'm going to hit the other four real fast. Then also I put the scales in the gill plate or the front part of the head on purpose, so that the chrome, can't see it too well right now, but that chrome will have the actual scale pattern inside of it when I'm done painting it. Alright, we're gonna do the body real quick. Alright, that is the bottom half with the chrome scale pattern. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can see it in the fin, but it will be gone out of the fin when we're done. Man, did I knock that on the floor? Oh, I did. Okay. Alright. I'm going to hit both of these sides real fast. Let me just line these up. Alrighty. So we got the scale pattern for these four laid out. I am going to call it for tonight, guys. Really don't want to waste this chrome. So I'm going to try to pour it back in here. I will say, if you made it this far, I appreciate you all for watching. I will return tomorrow morning to continue the bluegills. If you like what you see, you can definitely hit the subscribe button. Ask any questions outside of the live. Oh man, that completely missed. Until next time, peace out. Oh, this isn't gonna black out the screen for me?